Alright, what's up NYCFC fam? I'm Jose, the editing part. Um, some technical difficulties happened during the recording of the video. I recorded yesterday. I think yes, it was yesterday on Thursday. So it's Friday. I'm gonna get this up by Saturday morning, but there's some things that happened, so I'm going to have this quick intro and introduce the segments, that basically segments. I'm gonna be talking about the Eastern and Western Conference predictions. I will be doing a different video predicting who I think will be the Golden Ball, who I think will be the MVP, and all of that, all of those things. The other predictions on a separate video, probably I might just attach it to this. I might just make a TikTok about it. We'll find out how that happens. But yeah, I just wanted to introduce her and let's get it rolling. Welcome, NYCFC fam. My name is Jose, and I am reporting from what will be our future home at the Hub Park number 84. You can see the sign here. But today we're gonna do some MLS predictions. I'm gonna do it quick because I'm cold. I've been trying to set this up for a good 15 minutes, and my hand, just one of them, it's not having it right now. We're gonna start with the Western Conference. Hey, winners of the Western Conference, LA Galaxy. The only question I have is when does Ricky Bush return to the squad? Without him, they may be able to get enough points, but even before the beginning of the season, they can still be good enough to just get by. The other issue is that okay, no Ricky Push, so they have less depth. Guys like Brookman. What was the other player? The guy that switched to LAFC. We'll see how that goes. They are also in the Conca Champions, and they are also in. I think they're in the Leagues Cup. I don't think they're in Open Cup. I think they're in the Leagues Cup. But I have LA Galaxy as my pick to end up first in the Western Conference. Second place, LAFC. Yes, they still have some things to figure out. But losing Mateus Bogus is gonna be a hit. But I think I trust Cherondolo to be able to figure out how to play with Giroud up front. He is his first time. It's his first preseason with the team. He has had some time to rest. It's always an issue, a struggle for players coming straight from Europe to the MLS because they don't have time to rest. They go finish the season in Europe, then they just start here right away. They don't have like a vacation. So now that he has some time off, see how that goes. I'm not gonna talk. On third place, I have Seattle Sounders, and the bullet point that I have is how much will the Club World Cup affect the Sounders' performance. They do have a lot of depth. They brought Paulo Riola, which is an MLS kind of stylish player, similar to the likes of, let's say, Miles Robinson. We have Julian Gerso. We have Sean Johnson. Some players that we know, no matter what team they are in the MLS, they're gonna perform because they have been in the league for long enough. They know what to do. They know what needs to get done. Also, Jesus Ferreira adding another option in the attacking formation, not just centrally, but can play on the wings, can drop some back to play as a number 10. Let's see how they do in the Club World Cup. They're also playing CONCACAF Champions Cup, and I believe they're also playing on the Open Cup, at the Open Cup or Leagues Cup. I don't recall correctly which one they're playing in. But yeah, I trust that the Sounders are gonna have a slightly better season. They are much better than last season with the ended fourth, but I don't think they're gonna be better than LAFC or Galaxy. Also, these predictions I was debating, are these gonna be our predictions onto the end of the season or onto the transfer, the summer transfers in the summer? I'm gonna have them to the end of the season because it's just gonna be more fun. Fourth place, San Jose Earthquakes. It's probably my first hot take. I think the Earthquakes are not just gonna qualify to the playoff spots. They're gonna get home advantage in the playoffs because it's just Bruce Arenas. He fleeced Real Salt Lake for Chichorango. We're gonna talk about Real Salt Lake later because they're looking kind of sad. But also got José Martinez, a former MVP player, former MLS Cup champion, and he has gotten some players that he trusts from his time at New England Revolution. Is Bruce Arenas. If you doubt Bruce at this stage, it's just insane. Like, he has been around. He has shown that he can perform no matter the team. He made the Galaxy a winning team. He made this United a winning team back in the day. This United has not. We're gonna get to this United later, but sad. And he made the New England Revolution win Supporter Shield with a points record. So it's like, I don't know what else we want from Bruce Arenas. Like, he can do it on a cold night in Boston. He can do it in San Jose, where it's relatively more warm. The Bay Area is gonna suit him, and we'll see how that goes with Cristiano Espinosa and the rest of the players that might be developing in that time. Then the next spots I have will be from 5th to 9th. I have Minnesota United at 5th, Colorado Rapids at 6th, Portland Timbers 7th, Dallas 8th, and St. Louis finishing at 9th. This one's slightly more complex. The only one that I can guarantee my trust will be Minnesota. They're gonna have another full season with a manager that's relatively young. He was just an assistant at Manchester United recently, but with the development of, I believe it's Kelvin Yeboah, they don't have Timo Pukki anymore. They don't have what was the name? The other number 10 that was just ruining their season. But having a full season with the team, they just might be able to get some more spots. They qualified in the last season. They completely obliterated Real Salt Lake in the playoffs, and I think they're able to perform better. Like, they put 2 past the Galaxy. The Galaxy only scored 6 of them because Dave Sinclair just had an awful game. But that's besides the point. Now between 7th and 9th, 6th and 9th is Colorado, Portland, Dallas, and St. Louis, as I said. And this one's more of a toss-up. Yeah, this was more of a toss-up. They could end in any of those spots. I think they're equally balanced now. Like, Portland lost Evander and Cincinnati. Dallas just got Lucho Acosta. I've seen a lot of people say that Dallas might end up higher. They might end up as a home seed, since Lucho Acosta is going to be feeding a bunch of passes to Peter Musa. I think that's a fair assessment of the matter, but you know, everyone has their picks. I have Dallas as 8. Some people may have them as home seed. I saw someone had them at I think it was 2nd, which, you know, insane, but we'll see. Another standouts will be San Diego. I have San Diego on 12. I think they're gonna struggle. I think their team they have is not enough to get a playoff spot. But the thing that I have in mind mostly is that they're gonna be in the fight for that playing spot towards the end of the season. I think they're gonna give tough battles. I think it's gonna be a lot of draws, a lot of losses. Actually, it's gonna be more draws than losses. I have them getting more than 12 draws in the league, and they just I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised if they make it as 8 or 9 to hosting the play-in. But if they don't qualify to playoffs, you heard it here first. I don't think San Diego just has the cut-up. Chucky Lozano is gonna be extremely disappointed. And as of what they've done so far, they're just not there yet. Maybe in the summer they reinforce a little bit more. Maybe not. Who knows? Vancouver, I have them as 14. I think that, what was the name of the manager? The name of the manager they have, Sartini. Sartini was an influential factor on the group of players. Yes, there are established players. Yes, they have the chemistry, but now they have to adapt as a group to a whole new different tactics. And we're gonna see how Sardini was able to bring out more in the players he had than they actually had. Aside from Brian White or Ryan Gold, I don't really. Takaoka has his moments, but I don't really recall anyone else from the Vancouver Whitecaps that is extremely remarkable. I think they're gonna have a very disappointing season since they are in the CONCACAF Championship. I think they're gonna make a push to go very far in that competition, and they're also in the Leagues Cup. So we see how that goes, but I just don't have the trust in them. I don't see them making it to playoffs. And last place, I have Kansas City, Sporting Kansas City, competing for the wooden spoon. I think they're gonna be one of the worst teams in the league, and it's gonna be a tough competition between this and another team that I'm thinking about. Another thing that I might add, I might make a trip to Sporting Kansas City since NYCFC does play Kansas City away. We might just be there. So now, on the next video, we're gonna be talking about the Eastern Conference. All right, NYCFC fam, we have just finished watching the video on the Western Conference predictions that I made. It was cold, and you could see that due to limited time, limited equipment, it just ended up how it is. I'm not gonna record it because it is an experience, and I want to find my way around the things I have done and improve from them. I did say following video, but due to time constraints and other outside factors, we're gonna be doing the next segment will be the Eastern Conference predictions, who I think will end up first in the seed, who I think are gonna be the home seats in the playoffs, who will be competing for that play-in game, that 8 and 9 spot, and which teams are going to be competing for the wooden spoon, because I don't have just one team competing for the wooden spoon this season. I have two of them on just this conference, and on the Western Conference I do have several, but we're going to get to those nominations on a separate video. That one's actually going to be separated. It'll probably come out sometime next week, maybe Monday, maybe Tuesday. We'll see. But yeah, I'll give you my golden boot. I'll try to record those predictions today or tomorrow morning before the season officially starts, because those are interesting, and I wanna give my take. I wanna give my opinion on what I think is gonna be happening. So roll the next clip. One, and we're back, and we're CFC fan. My name is Jose. I'm in front of the future home of Etihad Park. Hopefully you have seen my previous video about the Western Conference. If not, please watch that at the end of this one. In this video, we're going to be talking about the Eastern Conference. We're going to be predicting the standings. On a separate video at home, I'm going to be talking about who I think is going to be MVP, who's going to be top scorer, who's going to be manager of the year, and all of those awards. But we're going to be talking about it from top to bottom. That is how we're going to approach this first. And I think they're gonna be winning Supporter Shield. They're gonna be the fourth team to win Supporter Shield back to back. Inter Miami. I think Inter Miami is gonna end up first in the Eastern Conference once again, getting the Supporter Shield. They have reinforced properly. The only question mark would be is having Mascherano prepped enough to coach at the club level. Yes, he has a slight cushion since we're talking about the MLS and Inter Miami being one of the best teams in the league, having so many war stock players. Yes, they're aging, but they're still good enough. On second place, I have Atlanta United. They once again becoming a powerhouse on the East, but the question that I have is who's gonna be feeding the attacks. We have Savalovajanitse, we have Miranchuk that can pass, we have Miguel Almiron that's coming back, they have signed as well. Emmanuel Atelaz. These are all forwards. Who do they have in the middle that it's able to transition the ball. I think since Ronnie Dyla, um, winner of MLS Cup 2021 with NYCFC, I think he might be playing a counter-attacking type play or um, direct play style. Not a lot of build up, not a lot of touches, not a lot of passing from the back or transition. Oh, my phone is dying. What? It was on 50%. Oh my god. Let's get this done. Um, but yeah, I think they're gonna end up second, just behind Miami. They have reinforced properly. Hopefully, Brad Gonzalez has another one of those seasons, and they can take out a lot of tough competitors. But since they're gonna be second. It will be tough. Um, in a separate video, I'm gonna, like I said in the other video, I'm gonna talk about who I think will be MVP, goal scorer. I'm also gonna predict the rest of the bracket all the way up to the final, and who I think will win MLS Cup this season. Now, third place, Charlotte's FC Charlotte. They have reinforced. Wilfried Zaha is the DP signing they need. The stand-up player that they have been wanting for a while. They have a very good defense with Kalina, not Zimmerman. I blanked out of his name, but you know the defender. But they have a very good back four. Kalina, goalkeeper of the year last season. And adding a lot of attacking power, it's just what they needed. Dean Smith, trusted coach from England. Will he develop this team and get them to where they need to? We shall see. On fourth, I have the Red Bulls. My questions were, how impactful would Choupo-Moting be? How will they cope without talking? Coping without John talking. It's gonna be hard for them because John talking provided a lot on the provided a lot of the attack, and can Emil Forsberg stay healthy for long enough for them to actually end up in the spotlight? If you saw the Red Bulls perform last year, how they played with Emil Forsberg, they should have ended third or fourth in the standings, but he was out due to many injuries, so they ended up with a date 7. On fifth, I have FC Cincinnati. Evander plus the role of Kevin Denke, will this be the next powerful duo in the league? I think so. We have seen examples of it in the CONCACAF Champions Cup. Evander has a much higher ceiling than Lucho Acosta. Lucho Acosta is more established, yes, but Evander has the potential to be a lot better than that. And having a prolific striker as Kevin Denke, he was doing it with Circle Brooks, qualifying them to the next round of the Conference League, helping them push forward in the standings in the Belgium League. I think they're gonna be an exciting duo to watch, and hopefully I get to see them live at Cincy and we can meet them over there. On 6, I have Orlando, 7th Columbus, and I think they're gonna have a slump with other outstanding talisman. Orlando losing Facundo Torres, I think he went to Palmeiras, and Columbus losing Cucho Hernandez to Real Betis. Those are two very influential players, and I just saw recently that Orlando also lost Nicolas Lodeiro. He went to Houston Dynamo. I trust their managers to do what they need to do. Oscar Pareja for Orlando and Wilfried Nancy for Columbus. There are very good managers. Orlando should be pushing for, at the very least, an MLS Cup appearance. They have been getting so much closer every season, but I don't see how they do it. Luis Muriel wasn't what we thought he was gonna be when arriving. Maybe he becomes that this season. And I trust Wilfried Nancy, but they have replaced neither Aidan Morris nor Cucho Hernandez, and they also lost Christian Ramirez, which was a good rotational piece. I wonder how they're gonna be playing. I cannot wait. I'm kind of excited to see how Columbus performs at the beginning of the season and this coming Saturday. Next up, I have Chicago, and then in 8th, and New York City FC, and then in 9th. They hired two established managers that are not to develop youngsters, but would it be enough to keep the chasing pack away? Chicago hiring Triple G, Greg Berhalter, and the first thing he did, take a defender from Philly, Jack Elliott, which I rate very highly, and I think he should be getting more flowers. He has gotten his flowers occasionally, but last season he just didn't because Philly were just dreadful. But Jack Elliott was out injured for a little bit, and I think Triple G can do some magical stuff during his time as the manager of the U.S. men's national team. He definitely developed the skill to promote players and scout them and being able to understand what different kinds of things different talents need. So I think he's gonna be able to get Chicago back into the playoffs after I think they've been missing since 2015, 2016 something. They haven't been to the playoffs in a while, a long time. And New York City FC hiring Pascal Jansen. I have a video of analyzing Pascal Jansen coming up. I want to release that before the season starts. I wrote the analysis before even the preseason, so that video should have been out. But we are here, and I just got a gust of wind, so we're gonna keep going. But I trust Pascal Jansen to develop the youngsters. If you think of any youngsters that he has developed, think of Milo Kershkish in Bournemouth. I think there's 6 in the Premier League. Think of Gianni Reinders, one of the best players in AC Milan at the moment. 6 in Serie A, I believe. Think of Tunku Miners, one of the best midfielders in Italy as well, constantly performing for Juventus, and so many more that you can recognize. I will have the list with that analysis video, so go watch that, which will probably come out before Athens, but you're gonna see it. It's gonna be coming out. The next bunch, Montreal, I have them 10. New England have them 11. NDC, I have them 12. They're gonna be on the out looking in, waiting for the opportunity to overtake Chicago or New York City FC in the play-in game. I think they have okay squads. DC might be able to try their best because they still have Christian Benteke. They did lose Matthews Click, but still have him as a DP spot. It's weird. That trade for Matthews Click, it's weird. It's extremely MLS, and I don't know, upsets me. But they still have Christian Benteke, which was he was last season's goal scorer. He was 19, I believe. And I think they're gonna be trying to push for that playing game once again, just like they did this season. They might wait until the summer to reinforce a little bit more. But one thing I'm sure is that Benteke is definitely texting Rooney saying, "Fuck you, why did you bring me to DC United?" Same thing with Montreal. Montreal just got Prince Owusu. I rate Prince Owusu very highly. I wish we would have got him at New York City FC. We should have definitely got an MLS experienced player, especially in the striker position. I know why we haven't gotten Kai Kamara or Jeremy Abuse or mentioned literally any other striker in the league that could help develop the talent we have, like José or Jovan Mijatovic, but we're not gonna talk about that. And same thing with New England. New England has been a weird team, especially in the offseason. They did get Leandro Campana, Emil Bakiratovic. I think he's still in the team. I'm not entirely sure. But if they're good enough, which they're probably gonna be, they still have Nacho Hill and Carlos Hill. And I think they're gonna have enough to try to make a push for that playing game. Now, last point that I have, I think I have Nashville at 13, Toronto at 14, Philadelphia at 15. Toronto and Philadelphia are gonna also be in the competition for the Wooden Spoon with Kansas City. Was it Kansas City? Crap, I forgot. And that's mostly because they haven't been investing as much. Philadelphia, they just get a midfielder from somewhere. Oh yeah, they got that. They got a midfielder from St. Louis, SC, they do have Bradley Cornell. Could be a trusted manager. He seems to have gotten experience. I think he got um, fired from St. Louis just too. I don't know. He should definitely deserve a better opportunity. But I think he can do things with Philadelphia. They do have a good youth system, and they are very good at developing players and promoting them. But the ownership just doesn't want to invest in the team for whatever reason. Had they invested more, I think they could be pushing for a playing game or even a home playoff. But as of right now, I see them getting wooden spoon, and same thing with Toronto. They're being hosted by Lorenzo Insigne, and that's just extremely disappointing. But yeah, my wooden spoon would definitely be my wooden spoon. Officially is Philadelphia Union, but it could be either the Union, Toronto, or Sporting Kansas City. All right, we have reached the part of the end of the video. I'm gonna add some outtakes from things that happen between the videos and fun parts, and a quick clip of what the construction of Etihad Park looks like. The initial part, which is right next to the street on the side of the parking lot of City Field, the housing project seems to be like 70% done. I think they're planning to have it finished by this summer, but I don't know. It seemed interesting. That whole street I was filming in front of was closed. The only people going through it were construction workers, and there had to be someone on the cones moving them around the whole time. I had some city field employees walk around, some people from the nearby mechanic shops, but it was pretty cool. Pretty interesting location to film at. Maybe next time I'll film in front of La Marina. Maybe next time I film from the other side of City Field or the other side of Etihad Park. Who knows? Maybe I film by Yankee Stadium where I can park. I can. I still don't know how that's pronounced, but we're gonna find out eventually. But yeah, thank you for watching. Drop a like, subscribe, and leave a comment. What do you think about my predictions? Why why are you angry? Why would I pick your team last? Um, yeah, thank you for watching. Me acaban de preguntar si yo soy fan de los Yankees only, pero no puedo decir. I'm from City Field. Pero voy a estar en unos segundos. Tengo un frío, me estoy cagando de frío. Tardé 15 minutos en configurar, conectar el Wi-Fi a esto. El drive was raro, pero el Wi-Fi a esto que no hay ni poner el Wi-Fi. I have a fucking Google Drive. Yeah. I don't see myself. I'm gonna have to adjust my angle or something. 3, 2, 1. Welcome. We're gonna start from the Western Conference. We're gonna start bottom to top. Actually, no, we're gonna start top to bottom. What the hell? Because I have some bullet points for questions that I want to be asking. There's a bunch of people walking by now, and I don't have the professionalism to just stay focused here. At least not yet. Someday. But I'm just making some time. So, what the hell is that? I'm in front of the bullpen gate, but we're gonna start top to bottom. Alright.